Rob, back into Premiership action this week in Bristol. You know, you're 6 from 6 in that opening block. Couldn't have asked for a better start, but you've got to go again now.
Oh, we've had a great start, and obviously now this is. I'm semi-scared and semi-excited about this game because I think it'll tell us a few truths really. Well, one, our decision to rest a lot of players for the whole of the Premiership Cup period. One, we think will be very positive over the course of the season, but we have to see how we react this week against Bristol, because there is the danger that we're a little bit rusty. But then at the same time, we should be fresh and well rested. That should help us in some elements against Bristol, but obviously we're hoping that will also help us in elements over the next number of weeks, almost right to the end of the season, if we can get our rest periods correct. It's also meant that a different group of players have played in 3 Premiership Cup games, which has been very important for some of those guys. And some of those guys will feature against Bristol, and for them to get the experience of playing to the standard they did against some very good Premiership players, particularly in the Bath and particularly in the Harlequins games here, that will hold us in good stead in the coming weeks as our strength gets a little tested, particularly with the internationals away. And so this period is really interesting for us. Can we refine that very consistent high quality form that we were playing with in the Premiership just 5 or 6 weeks ago, or do we have to restart ourselves? And those are the kind of questions. I feel we train really well these weeks, but those are the kind of questions that only the proof will be in the pudding of when we perform on Sunday, because people are aware Bristol are playing well. They played well last week with a pretty strong side against a strong Wasp side, and have won away from home for the first time in this season. That shows that they're a team who are feeling pretty good about themselves. Charles Beato's back now playing, and there's a threat all on his own. They look comfortable with how they're playing. They look like they're enjoying their rugby, which I always kind of don't like to see in an opposition, because I like to think that's how we like to look at ourselves as well. And so it'll be a really tough challenge for us, but one I think I can see a group of players looking forward to, and one that we should be really looking forward to as we go back into a Premiership and European block.
We can see already they're a much different Bristol to what we faced, say, 2 years ago, aren't they? They're a different animal now.
Yeah, they just look a bit more comfortable with their style. There's a little bit more quality there. There's a little bit more kind of thickness to what they're trying to achieve, and I just think that makes them just that little bit kind of more settled, a little bit more dangerous. They've got a couple of games under their belt. They're not the team that's just there dragging along the bottom of the Premiership and everything's a blind panic about where their next points are coming from. You know, and I think that makes them a threat that we're going to have to work very hard to overcome.
Equally, you've got players, as you said, that have cranked up their gears in the last few weeks in the Prem Rugby Cup, and you're expecting something from them.
Definitely. I mean, you look at the quality of what kind of Tom Lauday's produced in the last few weeks. It's been fantastic. Then Wilhelm has been great. Great to see Mitch Lee's back and playing. Front row guys, Holmesy, Murray have done really exceptionally well for us in the last couple of weeks. You know, I think we're going to see some exciting rugby from a slightly different group, but it's one I'm really interested in looking, getting out there and playing and laying the cards on the table.